Hi everybody, it's Honest Sean again. Now, when you think about Nestle's, I think the first thing that usually comes to people's mind is candy bars. People who are my age will remember the Nestle's jingle, which has never left my head. Nestles, Nestle's makes the very best chocolate. But what people might not realize is that Nestle Waters sells 70% of the bottled water around the world. They have hundreds of brands, including Arrowhead, Pure Life, Ozarka, Perrier, Poland Springs. And when Nestle Waters moves into a community, a lot of times it's not really good for the community. They interfere with local elections. They negotiate lopsided contracts in secret. Matter of fact, there was a comment made one time about one of the contracts that they negotiated, saying that it looked like Nestle's lawyers negotiated both sides of the contract. And they have a legal hit squad which tries to bully and intimidate opponents. And they spy on their opponents. And they really don't return that much value to the community that they settle in. Matter of fact, sometimes they do a little bit of harm. Now here in the United States, we have a little bit better regulation, so they're not able to do the kind of harm that they do overseas. But for example, in Pakistan, they have a huge bottling plant over there, and the towns around that plant are in danger of just going out of existence because Nestle has drained the entire water supply. And they purchase water rights and then take millions of gallons of waters really cheaply. And then all they do, a lot of times it's tap water. And all they do is they add a few minerals or some flavoring, and then they sell it at a price that's almost identical to what you could buy gasoline for. Here in California, we're having a drought. I'm sure many of you have heard about that. And even though towns and cities and farmers and all kinds of other businesses have had to cut back on their water usage, Nestle doesn't. And their draining of the water has a big impact on our environment here in California. But they have great lobbyists, and they've been able to get themselves exempted from cutting back on their water usage here. Nestle chairman Peter Brabeck said recently that the people have no right to water. Now that is dangerous corporate type thinking. So something needs to be done. For one thing, corporations like Nestle and others should not be able to own water rights. They should only be able to lease them. And they should be strictly regulated as to how much water they take out of the water supply, and when they take it, and should be held responsible for downstream effects. Thanks for listening.